We're so done with new year, new you. This year, it's more you on Bumble. More of you shamelessly sending playlists, especially that one filled with show tunes. More of you finding Geminis because you know you always like them. More of you dating with intention because you know what you want. And you know what? We love that for you. Someone else will too. Be more you this year and find them on Bumble.
Your data is like gold to hackers, and they'll sell it to the highest bidder. Are you protected? McAfee helps shield you, blocking suspicious texts, malicious emails, and fraudulent websites. McAfee Secure VPN lets you browse safely, and its AI-powered text scam detector spots threats instantly. You'll also get up to $2 million of award-winning antivirus and identity theft protection, all for just $39.99 for your first year. Visit McAfee.com. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
This is Optimal Health Daily, the 80-20 rule. Get results without heavy restrictions, by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. And I'm Dr. Neil. Hey there, happy Tuesday, and welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I simply read to you from the best health and fitness blogs for free. Now on Fridays, I do something a little different. That's where I answer your questions. Remember, you can send me a question by going to oldpodcast.com/ask or email your question directly to health@oldpodcast.com. All right, with that, let's jump right in and hear today's article and continue optimizing your life. The 80-20 rule. Get results without heavy restrictions, by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com. The 80-20 rule is the idea that 80% of your food intake should be healthy foods that support your goals, and 20% for indulgences, foods that you enjoy but aren't the beacon of health. This ensures that most of the food you eat is supporting a healthy lifestyle, while still allowing some room for treats and enjoyment. For this conversation, the term healthy foods refers to the foods that support your goals. What that means for each person may vary greatly and is a whole other conversation based on your individual nutrition needs. There is not a one-size-fits-all nutrition strategy that is effective for all humans. A healthy lifestyle includes the foods you eat, the exercise you do, yes, but it also encompasses your relationships. If you are missing out on family dinners or time with friends because you're afraid to eat a gram of carbohydrate or consume an extra calorie over maintenance, you may have traded a healthy lifestyle for disordered eating. It's the balance of it all that keeps most of us healthy and might be the hardest part. Healthy choices encompass your whole life, including your mindset. The 80-20 rule is a way to apply the concept of moderation to your lifestyle. If you read this blog regularly, you know I am a proponent of moderation to meet almost any goal. My reason is personal. I tried all the extreme diets and exercise programs for decades, only to learn that all or nothing usually leads to nothing long term. My health and fitness success came only once I abandoned black and white restrictive thinking and embraced imperfection and flexibility. Letting go of defining foods as good or bad helped me find balance and moderation. There are no good or bad foods. Of course, some foods are better for your health than others. But a cake is good for a birthday party, and kale is bad for dessert. It's all about context. These days, I try to make the best choices that are available and appropriate at the moment. Not perfect, but consistent action towards my best effort to reach my goals. How to apply the 80-20 rule. People often ask, is it 80% of calories or 80% of the meals you eat each week? Well, the answer is, it depends. It's more of a concept than an exact calculation. Eat well to support your goals most of the time, and when you face a choice of indulgence, know that you have some wiggle room. If you start calculating precisely 20% of calories or 20% of your meals, you probably end up giving more to indulgences. It's not intended to be a hard and fast rule, but an easy to follow approach to balanced eating. In other words, don't overthink it. Pay attention to your body's feedback. Do more of what makes you look, feel, and perform your best. Maybe 20% indulgences is too much, or perhaps it's not enough. only you can decide. The mistake people make using the 80-20 rule. The mistake people make is that they plan 20% in advance. It's already on the calendar. Pizza delivery on Friday night. Ice cream with the family on Sunday. Schedule a chocolate bar on Wednesday after the workout. It's all fine and good, but it doesn't account for the unplanned and unexpected. Life is unpredictable. Who knows when you might have to work late and the manager orders takeout for dinner, or your kid reminds you, or basically tells you for the first time, that you have a birthday party tomorrow, but you already spent your 20%. No problem once in a while, but as life goes, we usually need to expect the unexpected. The better way to apply the 80-20 rule. Don't plan for the 20% indulgences. Let life hand them to you. There will always be parties, events, celebrations, holidays, late nights, long days, and working lunches. Plan to eat well all the time, and when life hands you an unforeseen obstacle, it won't be such a surprise. Your partner ordered pizza because they didn't feel like cooking on their night to cook? Celebration dinner with friends? Your adorable niece is selling Girl Scout cookies? Come on, who could say no to that face? No problem. You have it built into your plan. It's not about being perfect, but understanding that life will always throw you curveballs. If you planned out 20%, but then another 20% of indulgences just happen to you, you may go way over the plan. Again, not a problem occasionally, but if it happens week after week and is affecting your goal progress, it's something to consider and adjust. When does the 80-20 rule not work? I recognize that not everyone is exactly like me, and some people do better to restrict certain foods rather than moderate them. In the same way, you wouldn't tell someone with a history of alcoholism to follow the 80-20 rule. Sometimes it just doesn't work. There are times you may need more restrictions, and times you may need much less. Living by arbitrary rules with no regard to your body's feedback is what gets us all in trouble. If you follow Gretchen Rubin's work, she writes about personality types and how some people are moderators like me and others are abstainers, and how your personality may dictate what works best for you. Abstaining works for a lot of people as long as the restriction doesn't come with feelings of deprivation, shame, guilt, or health consequences. The difference is in mindset. You can choose to eat or not eat. Whatever works best for you, you're in charge of your body. You could eat a salad in enjoyment as part of an overall healthy lifestyle, or you could eat a salad under duress and feel hungry and deprived. It's the same action, but a different mindset that makes all the difference. You just listened to the post titled, The 80-20 Rule. Get results without heavy restrictions by Lea Genders of leagendersfitness.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. And it makes a huge difference. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it makes hiring so fast because it filters out incompatible candidates. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Eczema isn't always obvious, but it's real. And so is the relief from Evglis. After an initial dosing phase of 16 weeks, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Searching for real relief? Ask your doctor about Ebglyss and visit ebglyss.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
Dr. Neal here for my commentary. You remember when I shared the story of how my nutrition students gasped in shock when I proudly told them that my favorite foods are pizza, donuts, and French fries? They are always so shocked when I admit this to them. This admission is quickly followed by a clarification statement where I say, but this doesn't mean I eat these foods all the time. I tell them about how consuming even pizza, donuts, and French fries in moderation is perfectly fine for me. I don't need to eat them regularly, but if I were to completely banish them from my diet, I would definitely miss them. Now, as today's author, Lea, mentioned, that may work for me, but for others, staying away completely, also known as abstaining, works for them. For others, a bite of donut may lead to consuming multiple donuts at one time. This may then lead to guilty feelings, which may then trigger a relapse of old behaviors. So again, as Lea mentioned in today's article, knowing yourself when applying something like the 80-20 rule is super important. Find what works best for you. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening every day. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.